You guys, I want to pop in first and foremost and tell you guys that today's video is sponsored by the lovely people over at HelloFresh. HelloFresh is a meal delivery service where every week you can get meals brought straight to your home. HelloFresh has ingredients on their menu that go from farm to your front door within a week, so you can guarantee that their spring menu is the freshest menu they have thus far with so many flavors. HelloFresh allows for you to cut out the prep time. It saves so much time. They have pre-portioned ingredients. They have step-by-step directions that are easy to follow, which cut out all that prep, all that time trying to think things through. It's just easy and simple, and you can have a meal on the table just like that. HelloFresh helps you reach your goals. HelloFresh offers veggie, pescatarian, and fit and wholesome meals to make it easy to stick to your goals when it comes to nutrition. HelloFresh can help you eat more sustainably as well. HelloFresh is the first carbon neutral meal kit company, and nearly all packaging is recycled, so you can feel good about using HelloFresh. Lately, I have been into sustainability. If you would like to try HelloFresh, go to HelloFresh.com. Use code ASTOLDBYKenya16 to get 16 free meals as well as 3 free gifts. HelloFresh, thank you so much for sponsoring today's video, and let's get on into the wrap up. Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing my April wrap up. I watched some movies in April. I read some books in April. Some of the movies I actually watched in March, but like when I did my March wrap up, I forgot about a bunch of movies that I saw, and some of them might be on my best of list. So I just thought it would be best to just come on here and do that so we can get right on into it. We'll start with the books. So if you do not know, at the end of every month I post a reading vlog, and I posted a reading vlog at the end of March where I read books on my bookshelf that I forgot existed. Anyone who has a big bookshelf can tell you forget you got some books. You forget that you have some books, or you'll just never find time to read that book. You're like, I want to read this book, but I know I probably will never get to it anytime soon. So I decided to take 5 books off my bookshelf and read those that I just forgot existed. And so I only got to 4 this month, but last month. But let me tell you my thoughts. So the best of all of them would be How the One-Armed Sister Sweeps Her House by Cherry Jones. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. This is about a woman who lives on a tropical island, and one day she's going into labor, and she goes to find her husband, and she sees that her husband has murdered someone. This is not a thriller, by the way. That sounds kind of thrillery mystery, but it's really not. This is more of a literary fiction type book, slice of life type book, general fiction type book. I adored this book. I thought this book was so beautifully written. I love the prose, I love the plot, I love the tone. It had so many great characters, even though they be problematic. This has all the trigger warnings, especially trigger warnings for abuse and sexual assault. But I adored this book. I genuinely adored this book, and so I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. This book probably will show up on my most surprising books of the year list. I loved it. So 5 out of 5. We also read Michelle Campbell's The Wife Who Knew Too Much. So this book starts with a woman writing a letter saying, if someone finds me dead, my husband did it because he wants to kill me and take all our money. So this book follows the new wife of the dead woman's husband. And so basically we go throughout the entire book and we try to figure out who has murdered the woman who says that her husband murdered her. Did the husband murder her? Did someone else murder her? But we're getting all of this mostly from the point of view of a waitress who knew the husband before he got with the wife who was now dead. I don't know if that makes sense, but overall I gave this book a 1 out of 5 stars. It's a book, I will say that, but it's just not interesting. It's not compelling. I didn't like the point of view. I didn't like the ending. I didn't like the whodunit. I didn't like how the whodunit was revealed. It just was boring. Like after the first 30%, it just gets very, very boring, and then it drags out the boredom, and it's just a no for me. The next book that I read is a book everyone has read except for me. I never finished this book. I started this book like 3 times and always get to around the 50-page mark, and I'm like, well, there's enough of that. And that is Where the Crawdad Sings by Delia Owens. I gave this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. This book follows this girl who grew up on the marsh in North Carolina. The marsh is kind of, think of like this like swampy land. And basically all of her family abandons her, and she spends her entire youth up until adulthood living by herself and living on this marsh. And one day this man goes missing. This man dies. A man ends up pushed off of a water tower, and things in the community start to unravel. And yeah, I gave this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. I see why everyone loves this book. Did I love it? No, but I see why other people did. It was just very, very interesting. It was interesting. I thought it was cute. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I went into this book deeply wanting to dislike it. I deeply wanted to be able to say like, oh, this is why I always stop this book, because it's not good. But it's a perfectly good book. Like 3.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was very good. So then we have Kevin Kwan, which sometimes I accidentally call him Kevin Kwan, like the makeup artist. But Kevin Kwan's Sex and Vanity. This book follows a girl who goes to Italy to her friend's wedding, and she hooks up with the guy, but it's kind of just like a summer fling. So then they go back to New York City. She lives the high life in New York City. She's a big part of like the social scene in New York City, and she's getting married to someone who is an even bigger part of the social scene. But that guy who she hooked up with in Italy at the friend's wedding, he is back and he wants her back. So basically you follow them and all of that. And yeah, I'm gonna give this book 1 out of 5 stars. I did not like this book. Yeah, it's a book, but like, it just isn't interesting at all. Like, at least The Wife Who Knew Too Much like started interesting. This book at no point was ever interesting. I decided that I'm never reading another Kevin Kwan book. This is my 4th Kevin Kwan book, and I have not deeply enjoyed any of them. I am not a Crazy Rich Asians book fan. I love the movie. I do not like the books. And so like, why do I need to read more Kevin Kwan? Like, it's just like, okay, swing and a miss. Me and Kevin Kwan, we are not soulmates. That is fine. You know, whatever. 1 out of 5. So then I read Dial A for Aunties by Jessie Q Satanto. I gave this book 2 out of 5 stars. Okay, so this book follows a girl who basically her parents want to hook her up on a date. You know, she's at marrying age. They want grandkids. So they're like, girl, you need to go on a date. And so they hook her up on this blind date, but this blind date turns out to kind of be a predator. Not even kind of, I believe he's a full-blown predator, and then he ends up dead. Our main character kind of ends up killing him. So instead of like calling the police and reporting that like, hey, I think I might have killed a man, or we kind of got into an accident, this man is kind of dead, she like decides to like take the dead body because she doesn't want to like be convicted of murder, and she like goes on this like, let me get my aunties to help me like cover up this murder, cover up this dead body. We also have a romance in here, a college sweetheart romance going on in here. We have the idea of like trying to leave your family, but your family won't let you go type of thing going on in here. And I must say, I did not enjoy a single aspect of this book. This book just had a lot of fucking shit going on. And the thing is, it's so unfortunate. I love hijinks. Hijinks is my favorite thing in like a novel, a woman's fiction type of book. Just hijinks on type of hijinks. But this book had that. But like at the root of this, there's a dead body, and I just couldn't get on board. I couldn't get on board with this because at the root, like, it just was so unfun. It just wasn't fun, but it thought it was fun. I never thought a clear tone was established. It was just, the ending is pretty solid. The ending is pretty solid. So that's why I gave it 2 stars, because before it was given DNF. I have not DNF'd a single book this year, but it was given DNF. I was like, I don't don't think I can do this. I do not think I can do this. But I was going to New York City. I was in the airport and I was just like reading it, and the ending was kind of good. The ending was kind of good. So I put it up to 2 stars. I am going to read the sequel to this because the ending was so good. And I actually did like the love interest. I read some reviews on this, and the people who gave it 2 stars like I did, a lot of people didn't like the love aspect of it. I thought that was the strongest part of the book, honestly. But I guess whatever. I am going to read the sequel because I believe in the sequel she's getting married. So I think that'll be interesting. I think this was just a swing and a miss for me, but it did not deter me from reading more work by Jessie. So we will see. The last book I read is Falling by T.J. Newman. Okay, so this book is about a man whose family is being held hostage, and the person who is holding his family hostage says, either we kill your family. They strapped a bomb to his wife and 2 of his kids. Either we kill your family, or you need to crash a plane that has 140 people on it that he is flying. So in this book, we follow this man trying to decide if he's going to crash a plane or is he going to let them kill his family. And then so you're going through everyone's POV. Like, that's what I kind of want to warn people when reading this, because I'm trying to imagine why people wouldn't like this book. This book has multiple POVs. We are third person omniscient. No, we're not necessarily third person omniscient. You just get multiple POVs of a bunch of people. You get multiple POVs of a bunch of people, and it doesn't like switch POVs in the way that a normal book switches POVs, where like you'll be like this chapter, like you'll be in the middle of a sentence and then it's another POV and then another like the POV just go like anytime. It's almost like a movie. Like, anytime a new scene starts, you get into the head of anyone. You can get into, and then you get into the head of the person as like a first person like narrator, if that makes any sense. That's why I say it's not third person omniscient. When you get into the head of a person, you're in their head in first person, but then you just go to another person's head and another person's head. And so like it can get a little choppy at times, but I think this was a fun night with the girls. This was a fun night with the girls. Grab some popcorn. Like, that's what it was. Like, it gave very like movie, like a cute little movie. As someone who loves like Fast and Furious movies where it's just like, in the end, everything's gonna work out. You're gonna get theatrics. You're gonna get drama. This is right up my alley. I gave this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. It got 3.5 and not like 5, even though I enjoy it. Because like, it ain't doing much. It ain't doing much. It ain't doing nothing you ain't seen before. But like, a fun time with the girls. A fun time with the girls. I'm okay with a fun, thrilling time with the girls. It was cute. I enjoyed it. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Time to get into some TV shows. It's time to get into some TV shows. So I'm going to go over the stuff that I watched in March that I didn't tell you about. Turning Red, which is a Pixar movie that premiered on Disney+. Excellent. I watched Turning Red and totally forgot it. I enjoyed the hell out of Turning Red. I don't care about your think pieces. I don't care about your thoughts. I don't care what you think about Turning Red. I had fun. I watched Turning Red twice back to back because that's how much I enjoyed Turning Red. Four Town, please. Absolutely. And those songs were so good. Oh my gosh, Turning Red was just such a good time. Like, once again, fun time with the kids. Like, can we just get a fun time with the kid, fun time with the girls, fun time with your man movies back? Like, it was just a fun time. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I love Turning Red. I'm giving Turning Red 4.5 out of 5 stars. The next thing that I saw that I didn't tell you guys about, the Batman. I saw the Batman. Here's the thing. Batman stand down. I can't be in the movie for 3 hours. I cannot. I'm too old to be in the movies for 3 hours. Like, it's just not a thing. It's just not a thing. And I'm subscribed to It's Zayok's Patreon, and It's Zayok said literally took the words right out of my mouth. In what world did I think I was interested in the Batman? Like, I've never cared about Batman. I think the hype got to me. Like, having a blockbuster film, I love going to the movies. If you don't know anything about me, I love the movies. And so I thought, like, oh my God, there's a new Batman movie and da-da-da. I don't care about Batman. I've never cared about Batman. Love the Joker. I do not care about Batman. Like, never have. Never have. Don't care about Catwoman. Never have. So what did I think I was getting? So I'm going to boil this down to this not being for me and this being too damn long, because I'm too grown to be in the movie theater past 9 o'clock. Like, it's just, that's my tea. That is my tea. Like, I can't be in the movie theater for that long. So I got bored. To me, the movie fell apart. Like, it was just no for me. I'm giving the movie 2 out of 5 stars. Whoa, don't fight me. It just wasn't for me. Like, do not take my criticism, like, with any seriousness. There's no world in which I will love a Batman movie. Like, it's never gonna happen. I'm just the wrong person. You wanna know a movie I saw for the very first time? I laughed, I cried, I felt victorious. Shawshank Redemption. I've never seen Shawshank Redemption. And now I can officially be as mad as I originally was that Forrest Gump won Best Picture over Shawshank Redemption and Pulp Fiction. Because when I tell you Pulp Fiction and Shawshank Redemption are 10 times better movies than Forrest Gump, no tea, no shade. You know, I love Tom Hanks, but like, Forrest Gump isn't doing what Shawshank did. Forrest Gump is not doing what Shawshank Redemption did. That movie is, you want to know something? Watching Shawshank, if you haven't watched it, this is kind of a spoiler. We have lost the art of a good, happy ending. Where is the hope? When I think of movies like Queen and Slim, where it's just like, we just don't get a happy ending because reasons. Did we lose that recipe where, you know what, all's well that ends well? Like, I just do not enjoy when you put characters through the mud the entire movie and then you whack them over the head one last time to go. Like, who has fun with those? Like, no. And what I loved about Shawshank Redemption, it knew when to live and let live. It knew when to say, you know what? They've been through enough. They've been through enough. And that's it. That is done. Like, we had fun. And that's what I loved about the movie. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed the fuck out of that movie. It was just so good. And I didn't even mean to watch it. It was good. I don't care what nobody say. No one has ever said a bad thing about that movie. So why am I saying? I always say I don't care what nobody say. And literally no one has said anything bad. Okay, we're going to keep going. So, some shows that I watched finished, and we can get on them real quick. The Dropout. The Dropout is excellent. I love The Dropout. I don't care what nobody says. I love it so much. I was watching it weekly. I know a lot of you guys, like, been watching it recently. I watched it weekly for the past, 8 weeks. I loved it down. Amanda Seyfried is a mother to me. Is a mother to me. She has always been a mother to me. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I just love a scammy. Like, there's so many scammy shows, and to me, The Dropout has done it the best. The Dropout has its critics, but baby, we taking this to the Emmys. The critics stand down. I'm getting Amanda Seyfried an Emmy. Like, I don't know what to tell you. We taking this to the Emmy, boy. Snowfall ended, and this season wasn't that good. I haven't really loved the last 2 seasons of Snowfall. I told you guys last time I did a Snowfall thing that this seasons wasn't that good. But I'm going to give Snowfall this season a solid, 5 out of 10. I think half the episodes was good. Half the episodes were bad. Like, I'm excited that next season is the last season. We got to wrap this up. Take this show on the road. Like, we got to wrap it up. Like, oh my gosh, we have to wrap it up. Abbott Elementary is my favorite new show that I watched. It ended, first season ended, excellent. As someone who wants to be an educator, please, absolutely amazing. I love the hell out of Abbott Elementary. It is just a good time with the girls. What did I say? A good time with the family. That's what Abbott Elementary is. A good time with the family. It's on its first season, and it's only going to get better. If you ask me, it's only going to get better. I love it. I watched Ambulance. So I went to the movie theater and saw Ambulance with Yaya and Jake Gyllenhaal. What can I say? Good date night. Good date. What? you guys are gonna learn something about me. My favorite genre of film is a good time. Just a good time. I don't need your pretension. I can do that on my own time. I just want a good time when I go to the theater. And Ambulance was it propaganda? Sure. Was it formulaic? Sure. But like, I was hooked. I was at the edge of my seat. What else can you ask for? Did I like the ending? No. But you know what? I don't judge everything by the ending. I liked it. The Ultimatum, y'all know the dating show. I did a whole video on The Ultimatum. Y'all know I watched it. Like, mess, absolutely mess. And then I continued my Ryan Gosling, my Ryan Gosling marathon, and I watched La La Land. Here's the thing. La La Land is no Moonlight. La La Land is no Moonlight, and she'll never be. She'll never be her. She'll never be her. But you know what? If we can ignore the dumbass jazz, like a white man trying to save jazz, like that's distasteful. It's cute. I like it. I like the cinematography. When they start floating in the air, what can I say? 4 out of 5 stars. 4 out of 5 stars. If Moonlight is 5 out of 5, literally no notes. I have no notes on Moonlight. I have no notes. La La Land have some notes. You know, the right person won Best Picture. Let's be clear. But La La Land, she's masterful. I'm sorry. I love it. I've always loved La La Land. That's the end of this video. I have literally nothing else to tell you. Anyways, if you want to see more of me, hit me up on Patreon, which is As Told by Kenya. What am I giving you guys today? I'm giving you guys I'm giving you guys parent-teacher conference. It's giving. I'm hot too. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.